How's it going, guys? Ethan here. It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, but I was down here working on some stuff and thought I would make a quick video on kind of where I'm at right now. So I have been, as many of you guys probably know if you watched one of my videos, or my past couple videos rather, I've been messing around with this Hoyt Satori build that I did, and I gotta say, for a go-to hunting bow, I really like it. For any of you guys didn't watch that video, you can go back a couple videos and watch where I talk about this bow. Only difference I have right now is I'm trying out a quickie quiver on it. Quickie quivers are just old school cool. They've been around forever, and sadly, I think in the last year or two, they closed their doors, so these are no longer being made. So if you have one, cherish it. Or get it to someone who will, and take care of them, because what we got's what we got. But I actually think I kind of like it. I've never been a fan of one-piece quivers, or quivers that you take off of a bow. It's never made a lot of sense to me to take a quiver off of a bow, but I'm trying it, and I think I kind of like it. I really do. It's just a nice, for whatever reason, it's a nice aesthetic. It's a nice addition to this Satori as I have it set up, running really sleek with about 580 grain arrow set up and shooting great. I love it. It's fast and shoots like a bullet. But where I'm starting to transition into now is what's the next step from here. And I think anybody in traditional archery, you may ask yourself that question, especially if you've come from a compound. It's a valid question to ask yourself. And what I mean by where you go next, or what's next, is you've already gone from a compound to a traditional bow. You've already chosen the difficult path by hunting and shooting with a recurve, right? Even something like this, aluminum riser Hoyt Satori, and an ILF system. But it doesn't just stop there, because this is high tech, really. When it comes to the traditional world, this is pretty well, next level. This is not your traditional, standard wood recurve like this one here that you guys are used to seeing in my videos. This 3-piece takedown, all wood. It's not the same thing, right? I mean, it's aluminum, wood, all the extra gadgets and gizmos, the ILF system, interchangeable limbs, and the adjustability. But I will say, if you're looking for utmost accuracy and speed and tunability, which I am, when I'm talking of modern recurve, if you will, I want modularity at this point in my life, and that's kind of where I'm at. I want to be able to tune things to perfection. I want perfect limb alignment. I want adjustability at center shot, all those things. And I got it with this Hoyt Satori, and it shoots lights out, fast, straight, and it's definitely going to be a killer. But the buck doesn't stop there for me. I love this bow. I love modularity. I love being able to take something that's not primitive but more traditional and tune it in to be exactly what you need it to be, and to shoot the utmost accuracy with a hunting bow that you can shoot no sight, single string, off the fingers, without being like an Olympic recurve, right? I mean, this is still just a traditional hunting bow. I still cant the thing, and shoot split vision and all else. It's meant for the purpose of traditional bow hunting, and that's it. This is not a target bow. But I'm still after simplicity. Ultimately, I'm still after the ultimate hunting weapon. And more than that, I'm still after having fun. I'm still after enjoying traditional archery at its roots. So with that, what I wanted to kind of bring to the main point of this video is that this riser, these limbs, I mean, there's a lot of money wrapped up in this Hoyt Satori. Anybody that looks them up, look them up on Three Rivers or wherever they're sold. You're not getting in a Hoyt Satori for, nickels and dimes. This is an investment, and it's a purposeful investment. But even, like my wood 3-piece takedown, you don't have to be hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars invested in traditional archery. And again, at its roots, you shouldn't have to be. And the reason that I bring that up is that you can make almost everything to get into traditional archery, to bow hunt, with traditional archery equipment. Things like, even all the way down to little things, like I made this arm guard, right? This tab, amongst others, this is just one that I'm shooting right now. There's just this little ring style with leather. It's kind of ugly, but I'm just kind of testing it out. This tab, you can make with, this is a 2-layer with a calf hair face. You can make your own tabs. This plain style quiver I made with the fringe and all. I really enjoy using this quiver and shooting with this quiver. It's just kind of reconnects you with, the past and the way that the Native Americans did it. These arrows I did not make, although I am going to break into making my own wood arrows. These are made by a friend that I hope he watches this video, but he's a member of our club, the United Bow Hunters of Missouri. He made these arrows and gave them to me, and they're tapered at the knock-in, and they shoot really well out of my wood bows. I think they're 55-60 spine, but everything here, you can make your own wood arrows very easily. Get the, order the feathers, the nocks, the points, the shafting, and do everything has to do with making your own wood arrows. You don't even have to buy them made. Make your accessories, make your quivers, and then lastly, the ones that I'm the most proud of is making your own bows. This bow right here is one that it's made out of American elm. This is not the first bow that I made. I've made dozens of bows over the years, but this is probably one of my better ones that I'm happy with the outcome. It's American elm, 68-inch longbow, inspired by Eastern Woodlands style, and right now it just has a homemade string on it. But this bow shoots lights out. It shoots hard, it shoots those arrows great. It's got just a little bit of a shelf on it. I got a bike tire inner tube grip on it at the moment, which is a bit of a travesty for a primitive bow, because this is a primitive bow, but it shoots about 55 pounds, and it's just that, a shooter. It hits where I'm looking, and I would confidently, especially to 15 yards and in, maybe even a little further, but for sure 15 yards and in, I would put this up against any one of my recurves for killing deer. And the reason I say killing deer is I may not, shooting on a 3D range or shooting for a score and trying to pound out, small groups like I can do with this Satori. I will take killing deer, a kill shot's a kill shot, hitting them, in the goods. I will take this bow up against either of my recurves any day of the week, and it will kill deer all day long. It's plenty accurate for hunting, and as long as I do my part, shooting a longbow is a whole different deal, especially a straight grip like this one is. But as long as I do my part, it hits where I'm looking, and that's all that I can really ask. And it shoots hard. And it scoots these. I don't know what these weigh. I haven't put them on a scale, but these are 31-inch. I believe these are Doug furs, 31-inch Doug fir, 125 grain point, and 4-inch banana fletch feathers. Not real sure what these weigh in comparison to, let's say, one of these arrows. I'd say they weigh similar. They're probably around that 600 grains mark. all in all, but they push those arrows downrange plenty hard and plenty fast to go right through a deer inside of 15, 20 yards. So I plan on hunting with this bow this year. And I plan on hunting with not only this bow that I made and did the artwork on and put the love and the time into, but hunting with all these other things that I made, including hopefully some arrows that I make too. You can make literally everything, and this string honestly would work just fine if you needed it to. That's I made out of artificial sinew. I wouldn't suggest artificial sinew for a bowstring material, but you can use it in a pinch. But I have a better string for this bow that I'll be putting on it. As you can see, this bow took a little bit of set, not much. The limbs in and of themselves are pretty straight whenever you look down the individual limb. But what happened was I built this bow last summer, and it still had just enough moisture in it. I was going for a bend through the handle design, and what happened was I took some permanent set in these fades. I didn't get the tiller quite right, stressed them just a little bit, and took permanent set in the fades. So what you're seeing, most of that right now is happening in the handle. And this is right after I unstrung it too. I mean, it gets a little bit straighter than this after you give it a few minutes setting, but all in all, it ended up essentially deflexed for the rest of its life, simply for the fact that I stressed the wood in these fades, and that's just always going to be that way. Now it does not bend through the handle anymore. Everything's in the limbs, but it's a neat bow and it shoots great. I love shooting it. It's a joy, and it shoots hard. But the basic message that I'm trying to convey in this video around all my chatter and jibber jabber is that you don't have to invest hundreds of dollars. You can make your own stuff. Don't overcomplicate this beautiful sport. Traditional archery is exactly that. It's traditional. It's early American heritage. It's early world history. And modern recurves weren't modern recurves until the last 60, 70 years. And then they've been more modernized all the way to the point of what we have here. But this is just as effective a killing weapon as this, if hunting is your concern. Are you going to shoot as good a scores with this on the range as you can with this? Probably not. I'm not that good of a shot. I don't know very many, if any, people of one that is good enough a shot to get this to outshoot this, especially someone who knows what they're doing. But it has a purpose. This bow is built to hunt, and that's all. This bow will last a very, very long time if you take care of it and keep it out of moisture, and it's tillered correctly and cared for, not overdrawn. Don't let other people shoot it, especially whenever it's worked and the wood has the memory to your draw length. This self bow is what it is. It's unbacked, will last a very long time. And it may not outlast this bow. Might, who knows? And I wouldn't probably shoot this bow really hard. I don't shoot bows hard in general. This is a few shots in my opinion. If you want to love it and take care of it, a few shots and put it away till tomorrow. Let those limbs rest, and then pick it up and have some more fun at another time. But that's kind of all I wanted to get out to you guys in this video around all my babbling, is that if money is holding you back from getting into traditional archery, then don't let it. Watch some videos and learn how to make your own bow, learn how to make your own arrows, how to make your own accessories, tabs, arm guards. And if you don't want to go cut a tree down, this is an example right here of a bow that I made from a red oak board from Lowe's. And this is going to get rawhide backed. It just draws too light right now. It's only like a 35-pound bow. It's going to get rawhide backing, and then it's going to become a regular killer as well, I hope. But it takes very little money to get into traditional archery, and it can take almost as little as you want to. So if you want to get a Hoyt Satori, get a Hoyt Satori. If you want to get a wood 3-piece takedown like this other bow down here, do that. You want to get a custom, do that. But what I would encourage you is to realize that you don't have to let everybody else build your stuff for you and buy stuff that's made overseas or mass manufactured. You're going to appreciate something like this setup right here, this wood bow and all these leather accessories that you made yourself, especially whenever you stand over that deer that you shot with all the things that you made yourself, just like the Native Americans did and people throughout history have done. So anyway, that's all I had, guys. It's kind of an impromptu thing, not very well put together, I know, and I hope you stuck with me, but I just want to encourage you guys to kind of fend for yourself a little bit and be self-sufficient. Realize that you can make a lot of your own stuff, and maybe you are like me and you shoot, you like the high-tech stuff, you like the advanced stuff that shoots really hard and really fast and extremely accurate, that you know that if something steps in front of you, it's going to die. But ultimately, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Uncomplicate your life a little bit, simplify your system, and I think you'll enjoy it a little more. That's what I'm learning, is that I definitely enjoy it more. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me in this video. I hope you kind of got some ideas. Maybe now you're going to make some of your own stuff, and I hope that you do. But please like and subscribe if you want to, and check back in for some more videos. And get outside and grab your bows that you've got and shoot them and get comfortable with them, because fall's going to be here before you know it, and turkey season is even sooner than that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.